Okay, welcome to the internNE powered by Aksarben podcast. I'm Shonna Dorsey with the Aksarben Foundation and the executive director of this initiative. And today I'm here with, got a golf clap going.
Oh yeah. Go Shonna. I didn't want to interrupt the audio, so it was just silent over here. I'm Justin. I am just a fan of Miss LaShonna Dorsey, but I'm also with Workshop, a tech startup here in town, and heavily involved in the startup entrepreneurship community as well. So you'll likely see me at a lot of events that I run, but so grateful and happy to be a co-host of this as well.
Yeah, thanks for being here. This is the award-winning Justin Krug, by the way. Let's just put that out there.
Wow.
Look him up.
Thank you.
And today we're here with DeMoine Adams, CEO of Teammates. Thanks for being here with us.
Yes, and I too am a fan. I have seen the podcast, seen the pictures. Do great work, LaShonna.
Thank you.
And very fortunate to be here.
Yeah, thanks for being here. So, DeMoine, tell us about your background, including football. We want to hear about that too.
Mm-hmm. Of course, born and raised Palm of Arkansas, and football was one of the things that brought me to Nebraska. But the scholarship is really the game changer for me. Mm-hmm. And was very fortunate to play, not for Coach Osborne, but to get recruited by him. Mm-hmm. But today, to fast forward, never got to play for Coach, but I'm playing for his other team called Teammates Mentoring, which I've been a part of for 13 years. I've been the CEO for 3 years. And one of the big reasons why I'm so passionate about this organization that I'm a part of is because I'm a product of being mentored by those individuals from my community who use their role to be role models to help me to have a sense of hope, something that was different than my environment. As they say, you are a product of your environment. Mm-hmm. But what if your environment includes drugs, gangs, violence, poverty? You know, there's this cycle that I think for a lot of African Americans, they get stuck in. But I'm very grateful for those mentors that looked like me and mentors that did not look like me. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They gave me a sense of hope. They gave me the opportunities, the access to additional resources to improve the quality of my life. And that's what Teammates Mentoring is doing. We've done this for 31 years, actually 33 years. We've impacted over 90,000 students. And to be able to partner with other incredible organizations like the Aksarben Foundation to really change the game when it comes to internships, because I feel there is a really close correlation between internships and mentorship.
Definitely.
I love that. Mm-hmm. Let's dig into that a little bit, huh?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, my high school, we also had a teammates program. So, I can kind of speak from personal experience. And I absolutely agree. I think, that was sort of those foundational skills that you were building, being around those folks in high school, right? You're not working at a place, you don't have that leadership. But I'm curious, you mentioned that there's a lot of correlation. Like, let's dig into that based on what you've seen. Like, what are some of those key things that pop out to you that, a program like Teammates is prepping, say, interns for without them really even knowing it?
Yeah. Here in the Omaha area, there's so many incredible opportunities for particularly our young people. And I believe the correlation is businesses, they have an opportunity to provide the model of what they're trying to do with our young people. They need to see what interpersonal communication looks like. They need to see what leadership looks like. They need to see what time management looks like. Experience is the best teacher. And providing those internship opportunities is the best way to prepare this generation for the next generation of leaders. And I believe when you have internships through companies like HDR, like Union Pacific, like Blue Cross Blue Shield, and they're providing a template for young people to be able to know what it takes to have a career, not just a job, but a career.
Yeah.
We're talking money. And it takes the skills, it takes talent, it takes development, it takes someone to be able to help our talent, cultivate them. It's like a muscle, right? being a former football player, it takes time to build that muscle. And you got to have the right people that's pushing you, that's developing you. And that's what the internship is doing for our young people right here in Omaha, to cultivate our talent, to keep our talent here.
Mm-hmm. That's such an interesting point, because I think about the difference between a job versus a career, right? So if you get a part-time job at like a Walmart or fast food, you typically are assigned a certain task and you repeat that task for your shift. And that's pretty much it. You get trained maybe a couple days and then you're like, okay, this is your part-time job. But when you're in a professional setting like a Blue Cross Blue Shield, it takes so many different skills at that point. It's even productive conflict, which we can talk about some, but like you said, calendar management, time management, how to be appropriate in meetings, and, really hone those social skills that are just different in a work setting. Yeah. Just so many different factors.
Right. I mean, to your point, those organizations, they'll give you the playbook, right? But going back to some football talk here, you're going to have to audible every now and again, right? And like, that's what those...
Wait a second. What? What's audible?
That's where, you had a play designed one way. I was a quarterback for my high school. All right. We'll talk more about that after the podcast. But it's where, you go with one idea of what that task is going to look like, or what, what it's going to take to get the job done, so to speak. But then you come up to the line of scrimmage where you show up that day and things are different.
Right.
And then you have to be able to adapt and change things, knowing what's going on. So like, I think that is what an internship, a good one, is doing for folks, right? Versus those jobs that you mentioned, Shonna, where it's like, this is your box and don't do anything that's not in this box.
Right. Okay.
And what I love about Intern Nebraska is you guys are working with businesses to provide so many playbooks to so many people, to give them access to improve the quality of their life. Yeah. Back in the day, this playbook, it was only given to a selected people. They had to have the perfect resume. They had to have a certain GPA. They had to go to a certain high school. But now the opportunities that are being presented, now is a great time to be in Nebraska.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a great time to be in Nebraska.
I agree. And I'm thinking on the playbook front, it's not only for the student to have like a great experience. We're also thinking about the businesses who may not have done this before or want to get better at having these high quality experiences. Oh. So let's talk a little bit about mentorship, because that part is so key, like you said, in an internship. But can you tell us like some of your top, let's say 3, because we have like 2 minutes, but your top 3 mentorship qualities you think? 3 to 5 mentorship qualities that someone can bring to the table to help that student have the best experience and come out the best equipped for the next opportunity.
Leadership, character, interpersonal communication. Leadership is about influence. Character is about, who you are. And that communication is being able to look at someone in the eye, being able to give a presentation, being able to provide customer service. These are, I feel, the top 3 characteristics, the game changers that careers are looking for. And when mentors can provide young people and have those conversations with them, which we are doing with teammates, starting from 3rd grade through post-secondary, but starting with high school students and college students, if employers at these companies can be able to model those top three skills, then there's really no excuse. And that's why I applied the work that Shonna is doing through Intern Nebraska, what Aksarben is doing with hundreds of companies across this entire state, and whatever Teammates Mentoring can do to help companies to see themselves as mentors, as coaches, providing them with the playbook, not just telling them what to do, but showing them what to do and discussing it, giving them that sense of hope, keeping them engaged and improving their sense of well-being, then that's going to lead to success, but also an improved quality of life. And that's the championship touchdown.
Woo! Gronk spike.
I agree.
Boom. Touchdown.
I mean, that's the end of the interview too. So that's just a perfect way to end this conversation. But thank you for being here.
Yeah. Appreciate it. And again, thank you guys for the work that you guys are doing right here in Omaha.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.